They ain't talking to us,
Hello, welcome to Take VII. I'm your host, Jennifer Brunson. I'm here sitting with Matt Parmigiano and David McCoy. And today we have a special guest with us, Javon Wells of the men's basketball team here at WSSU. Congratulations, Javon, to you and your teammates on making it to the CIAA championship game. March Madness is here and people's brackets are already messed up. But we're here to sort it all out. Our first debate is about the Final Four. Which schools are your picks for the Final Four?
Well, my picks for the Final Four are Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Louisville. I think these are the stronger, hotter teams right now, so I think they'll make it to the Final Four.
McCoy?
I'm actually going to agree with Mr. Parmigiano here. I actually have the same teams, Louisville, Florida, Michigan State, and Wisconsin, and pretty much for the same reasons. These teams have been hot. The teams that's hot at the end of the season usually win.
I actually have Florida, Arizona, Louisville, and Virginia. And I picked Florida and Louisville because, they're vets. They've been there before. And Virginia and Arizona, I just think they're doing really well this year, and I think they have enough momentum to push them all the way to the Final Four.
There's no real favorite this year. There are numbers of schools that could win it all. So my question is to you, Matt, which team do you think will win the championship?
Well, in my championship game, I have Florida going up against Wisconsin. I think those are two very good defensive teams, and I think defense wins championships. They can both score the ball, but Florida has a guy in Scotty Welbekin, their point guard, who can carry them more offensively than anybody on Wisconsin.
Good play.
So I'm going to have to go with Florida.
McCoy?
I'm going to agree. I think Florida will make it. They've been playing very hot. They won their conference championship. Scotty Welbekin been looking like the best point guard in the nation so far. But the team that's probably playing even hotter is Louisville, who also won their conference tournament. And they have a great coach in Rick Pitino, Montrezl Harrell I love, and of course I can't forget Russ Smith. So I have them winning.
Okay. Well, I have Florida also. I have Florida. But in my championship game, I actually have Florida and Arizona. And I think Nick Johnson and Aaron Gordon will carry Arizona to the championship game. And but at the end of the day, it's just too much Florida. Florida's a seasoned team, and like he said, Scott Wilbekin, probably the best point guard, all-around point guard in the nation right now, and he's playing like it.
Yeah, see, and we said we picked these teams, that are in the Final Four because they're the hottest teams right now. And Louisville is definitely hot. But Florida, they've won about 25 games in a row, 18-0 in the SEC. So they're definitely the hottest team in the nation right now, by far. So Florida, I think they keep rolling and they win the championship.
Louisville, I just think they look outstanding in this tournament. Pretty much won it easy. It was a pretty good conference with,
They have a pretty weak conference.
No,
it was a down year.
It was very top heavy. Let's say that the first five
SEC
teams,
though, the SEC is not the best conference.
Definitely, you just have Kentucky. So that's why I got
Kentucky
Louisville. And like I said, Russ Smith, the experience, Luke Hancock, Montrezl Harrell, they cut down the Knicks last year.
Billy Donovan's won 2 championships already as a coach.
You talking about Rick?
Let's speak recent championships. So
It's getting hot.
Rick Pitino.
Like I said, I'm going to go with Louisville, and I just think Russ Smith will lead the way, and the Louisville Cardinals will cut down the Nets.
Scotty Wilbekin's better than Russ Smith.
Agree to disagree.
Well, moving right along. Everybody loves to see a team come out of nowhere and make an unexpected run in the tournament. So which of the lower-seeded teams do you think has the best chance at making a deep run and becoming this year's Cinderella, McCoy?
Well, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. They were projected to probably be a top 5 team early in the season. Things kind of spiraled out of control. Marcus Smart getting into trouble, and the team's dropping a few games. But at the end, they kind of picked it up, and I still have confidence in Marcus Smart, Mark Harrell Brown. They make up a great backcourt, and I think they'll be able to shock some teams and get pretty far in the tournament.
So what do you think, Javon?
I'm going to go with Syracuse for pretty much the same reasons. Syracuse, they got out to a hot start. It looked like it was going to be it actually still is a historic season because of the streak they went on. But, they stumbled late in the season. They had a couple back-to-back losses. So, they did take a step back. But I think they'll be right back in the thick of things. I don't know if they'll make it to the Final Four, but they're my dark horse to go very far in the tournament.
I like Tyler Ennis for them.
I like those picks. Those are both two very good teams, but I'm going to kind of go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Harvard, the 12th seed. I think that team can make a run. They can score the ball, and their defense isn't really bad. So I'm going to have to go with Harvard because, they've got Wesley Saunders, the leader of their team, averaging 14 points a game, forward and guard. So I think he may be able to carry them past a couple teams and get them into maybe the Sweet 16 if possible.
Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us with Second Take. We're signing off.